I'm Barry Funkhauser, and this is the Barry Funkhauser Show. Happy Friday the 13th. Here's what's going on in the news today. The United States FTC is probing Pepsi and Coca-Cola over price discrimination. In-N-Out Burger is opening up restaurants in Tennessee. And a green comet will appear in the night sky for the first time in 50,000 years. As always, I'm here with my co-host and general know-it-all current events guy, Running Joe. How's it going today, Running Joe?
It's okay. Barry, are you a coffee or a tea person?
Absolutely a coffee person, 100% of the time.
You're absolutely a coffee person? Okay, good. Because I just spilled my coffee all over my computer like I told you I wasn't going to.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That's
I'm cleaning it up.
Spill it.
I know. Luckily, it's not in any of the keys. It was just like on the board a little bit.
Is it because you're a little jittery because you got up early this morning to run around the block several times?
No, it's because I'm in a closet that's about the size of a shoebox. And when I move, I bump into things. So I just turned slightly and my elbow hit my bike and the coffee went all over the place. That's all.
Oh, no.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm cleaning. Luckily, I am in my closet. So it's bad that I'm in my closet because it's like a shoebox, but it's good if I spill something because there's towels and stuff all over the place in my closet. So
yeah, you have supplies. It's like you're all self-contained in there.
Exactly. So, yeah, I did go for a run this morning, though, because, we're up against the weekend and a major, massive storm is coming again. Wow.
Round
the
4.
Amount of rain. I got round 17. I don't know. It's just it hasn't rained now in 3 days? It's like the first 3 days it hasn't rained in weeks. And I went by the LA River. I live like right by the LA River. It's like all, in the concrete and everything. But man, it is flowing. We just do not see the LA River like this very, very often.
It's an actual river right now.
I know it's actually a river right now. It's crazy. So, but everywhere else in the city looks like it hasn't rained at all in months. That's how dry it has been. So everything just got sucked into the ground or sucked back up into the atmosphere. But that new atmospheric river is coming on Sunday now? Tomorrow? I can't remember.
I'm surprised you tested fate today, Joe, going out running on Friday the 13th and all.
No, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't care. I think the history of why the number 13 is now bad luck is interesting, but I don't buy it.
What's that about? Tell me all about that then. Do you know?
You don't know about that?
No, I don't.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'll give you the too long didn't read version. Back in like the 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, something like that. It was about around the times of the Crusades. I want to say like the 5th or 6th Crusades. The Catholic Church had gotten into horrible debt with the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar were like the security guards of the pilgrimages to the Holy Land for all of Western Europeans. So they would act as security guards. They would also act as a bank. The Knights Templar actually invented both cryptology, secret languages and codes and stuff like that. They invented a very unique and very difficult to break code that they would use in their paperworks. And they also created credit and banking. So let's say you were a pilgrim in Paris and you're like, I'm rich and I have lots of money and I want to go to Jerusalem because I am a devout Christian and I want to go see where Jesus lived. You would go to the Knights Templar and you would say, hey, next pilgrimage, I want to go. Here are 10,000 gold pieces. So what they would do is they would take that 10,000 gold pieces. They would write you this, ledger in their crazy script, and they would give it to you, and they'd be like, hey, give this to people in Jerusalem when you get there, and you would get money. And so the Knights Templar would take all the people there, they would exchange it. They'd had all this money, and then the church was giving them a bunch of money and a bunch of land and a bunch of resources to protect all of these pilgrims, right? So at the end of the Crusades, the church was broke. I can't remember the exact pope. It might have been Clement, but I'm not really sure. So don't take me on that. But eventually, what happened is the Knights Templar became so powerful that they were actually a threat to the power structure of the Roman Catholic Church. So the Pope at the time, instead of paying off their debt to the Knights Templar, they instead issued a papal decree that stated that the Knights Templar were, I can't remember the exact phrase they used, but basically they were no longer recognized by the Catholic Church, and they were disbanded, and all of their assets were to be seized, and all of the Knights Templar were to be imprisoned. So that happened. That decree came out on a Friday the 13th. So that is how the number 13 and Friday the 13th became such a bad omen.
Interesting.
So just to follow up, a lot of the Knights Templars kind of found out beforehand that this was all going to go down on Friday the 13th. So a lot of the higher ups took a lot of their assets and all escaped and kind of like disappeared into the ether. A lot of the Knights Templars did get captured, were put to death. But about a decade after that, this really random group of farmers in the middle of Switzerland just randomly had military training and a bunch of resources and a bunch of gold and soldiers that actually knew what they were doing. Is very strange. Where did all of these people in Switzerland learn all of these things? I wonder.
Hey, you got to watch out for those farmers, man. I've been telling you. They'll get
right. No, it's just they all the Knights Templars just escaped into Switzerland. They actually used Switzerland as their routes from Europe into Italy and down and through to the Holy Land. So they knew all of the mountain passes and stuff, and they knew where to hide. So that's what they did. Friday the 13th came around. Any of the Knights Templar that could escape did escape. They all met up in Switzerland, and that's how Switzerland became the banking center of the world.
Well, how about that? That is a fascinating story.
Yeah, sorry, I got probably some of the details wrong and stuff, but that's the overlying.
Yeah, you got the gist.
But yes, but no, I will run on Friday the 13th. It doesn't bother me. I'm not a Knights Templar, so I don't have anything to worry about.
Sounds good to me, man. I agree with you. I'm no longer worried either. All right, well, let's get into the news today. Beverage giants Coca-Cola and PepsiCo are under preliminary investigation by the United States FTC, Federal Trade Commission, over potential price discrimination in the soft drink market.
Beverage giants Coca-Cola and PepsiCo Inc. are under investigation by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission over potential price discrimination in the soft drinks market. The pricing strategies of both the companies are being scrutinized under Robinson-Putnam Act. As per the reports, the U.S. antitrust law prevents large chains and franchises from engaging in price disparity against the interests of small business. The FTC in the past has also reached out to large retailers, including Walmart. FTC has been trying to seek data and additional information since a month on the origins of their purchase and pricing of soft drinks. Walmart is currently not the target of the investigation, while the two companies are still under examination.
So sounds to me like the FTC is going to these big box companies like Walmart, finding out how much they're buying soda pop for, and then seeing if the small business, Tony's Tacos down the way, if they're paying the same price for soda pop. So this could be a big deal because Pepsi and Coca-Cola, I think they're like two of the biggest companies around because they have so many brands. So if they're getting in trouble with the FTC, here's another thing to look out for.
But I don't understand this in the context of the business itself, because it sounds like the FTC wants to they want to punish PepsiCo and Coca-Cola for being big and being able to buy in bulk. And usually when you buy in bulk, you get better pricing. And that's just like a normal business practice that has been going on for millennia. So,
well, buying in bulk might be price discrimination.
well, I mean, if it's like outrageously different prices, sure. And yeah, I get protecting. You want to protect, the little taco stand and the little mom and pop, burger stands, because they have the best tacos and burgers, and man, they really go well with a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi. So I understand wanting to protect the little business, but yeah, it really does sound like just because PepsiCo and Coca-Cola have buying power, that they're going to be punished for that buying power and for being so large. So I don't get it. Like, yes, if Walmart's so huge, they should be able to negotiate with a PepsiCo and be like, yeah, you know what? We don't want to buy it at, I don't know, 30 cents a liter. We want to buy it at 28 cents a liter.
Not if it's against the law, and apparently it's been on the books for 100 years that you can't do that.
Well, but okay, I need to know the details. I'm gonna have to research this a little bit more because look, if a company is big and they have a lot of stores, they should be able to negotiate a better price for a product. How is that wrong? I mean, again, I need to look at the details, but those small companies, is the price difference that great? Is it like $1 versus a cent per liter for like Walmart? Well, I don't get it.
It must be enough to call for an investigation, at least. So
I got. There's got to be some mathematical formula that they have broken.
Because the government doesn't act unless they get complaints or unless they're forced to.
Yes, so very true.
There must have been enough small mom and pops coming in saying, hey, the Costco is getting to sell Pepsis for $1.50 for a large, and I can't get by without $3.80 because you guys are gouging me for the syrup. So how are they doing it? And how are they being successful and me not? FTC should look into this. I think that's
okay. I get that. I want to see what mathematical formula are they using to determine if a big box store is undercutting the little guy?
Well, it will come up, and it's another episode for C-SPAN for sure. If you want to sit there and listen to them talk boringly for 4 hours,
hey. Did you watch C-SPAN before the House rules were brought into play? Because whoever controls the House of Representatives actually gets to make the rules for C-SPAN. And because the speaker wasn't
chosen,
because the speaker wasn't chosen before 5 days, like C-SPAN, the directors there, they had free reign to do whatever they wanted. That's why we got awesome coverage of all of the stuff that was going down in the House for the speaker vote. Usually it's just one camera view, and it's centered on the speaker chair and the days. So the C-SPAN, the directors at C-SPAN were probably like, wow, this is our opportunity to show them what we got. Let's put on a show here, guys. Let's actually do some production. And they did, and it was fantastic. So I'm really hoping that C-SPAN stays the new C-SPAN because it was great. I would watch that all the time.
There is a movement, and there's a movement to keep that going, to let C-SPAN rocket, because you're seeing a lot more of government that you've never seen before. You're seeing some action.
Exactly.
Some people are even saying that they need to mic them up like they do in football. So so we can hear what they're saying. I mean,
oh yeah, hey, they are the people's representatives. We should be able to hear what they're saying.
As a government employee, you should be able to hear everything, I think.
I agree. And if people want to have private conversations, they can go into the House cloakroom. I mean, that's fine. They can make off-limit spaces for C-SPAN. But if you are on the floor and you're having a discussion, we the people
on, babies.
Hear it.
Mike's on, babies.
Exactly. Mike's on. Okay, one last thing about the Coca-Cola thing. Did you see that they are getting rid of Sierra Mist? I think that
Rid
might
of
be
Sierra
PepsiCo.
Mist? No way.
Yeah, because you know why? For 25 years, it has not done anything to make a dent on Sprite. Sprite just rules the market when it comes to lemon lime flavored soda, and no one can break through. So Sierra Mist is gone, and they're bringing in a new lemon lime flavor.
Mellow
They're
Yellow?
going-
Come on, Mellow Yellow.
No,
Come on,
oh
Cactus
man,
Cooler.
Mellow
Come on,
Yellow is
Cactus.
fantastic, and I
Come
love
on,
Cactus
Cactus
Cooler
Cooler.
too.
Uh,
No, it's something like I don't know, like Swifty or some.
oh, Swifty. Yes.
Oh no, it's not. It's Starry. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Pepsi. Pepsi ditching Sierra Mist for a new Sprite rival, and that is called Starry. So that's the end of our Coca-Cola and Pepsi discussions for the probably the month.
Yes. All right. Well, today's show is brought to you by
Mint Mobile, providing premium wireless service on the nation's largest 5G network, but for way less than what big wireless companies charge. Here's a resolution you're going to want to keep. From now until January 15th, you'll get 3 months free when you buy any 3-month plan. But this offer won't be around much longer, so don't drop the ball. Mint Mobile, premium wireless for $15 a month. Switch to Mint Mobile and stop spending so much on your wireless plan. Use our referral link to get $15 in renewal credit.
All right, here's some news for people not in California. The popular West Coast chain In-N-Out Burger is continuing to move east, announcing Tuesday that it plans to open restaurants in Tennessee by 2026. And everyone's very excited about this.
Well, we can all celebrate animal-style fries coming to Tennessee, and the applause going off here in the studio. That's right. Governor Bill Lee announced that In-N-Out will establish a corporate office in Franklin, Tennessee. This will be the burger chain's first expansion east of Texas. Governor says it's a lofty investment in jobs for our state.
It is a $125 million investment of capital investment in our state. This facility that they're going to be building, besides the fact that there'll be ultimately stores in our region.
Foxy's calling for a road show in Nashville when they come. The governor says the expansion will create 277 new jobs. Todd's going as well. Construction should be complete by 2026, and I'm going to tag along.
Okay, so here's what I have to say about this whole thing, okay? It's very clear that In-N-Out, as it is a private business, it is very clear that the owners of these private business have moved to Tennessee, and they want to move everything there with them. So that's what I think.
I disagree with that.
Then why, of all places, why is it Tennessee? It makes no sense transportationally to get the ingredients there. Why have a corporate office unless they're planning on expanding to the eastern seaboard? But still, Tennessee is kind of a strange place to put your headquarters.
Not really.
Not really?
Again, you got to learn geography, man. Tennessee is a hub. Tennessee is great for In-N-Out. Well, because you got to remember In-N-Out's corporate policy. They don't expand beyond their vendor services. They don't have freezers in their stores. They don't freeze anything. So anything that gets to a store where you're going to go and order your double or your 4x4, man, I love a 4x4. When you're going there, the resources, all the raw materials, all your food and stuff has to get from the distribution center to a store within 2 hours. That is In-N-Out's policy. 2 hours. That is it. So if you look at Tennessee and you look where they're going to have their corporate office and their distribution center, and you look 2 hours around that, man, that's like 10 metro areas.
Okay.
Just look on the map. Look on a map right now.
No, I'm seeing
on a map right now.
I'm picking up what you're dropping there. I get it. Okay.
So that's going to be a big deal. I don't think that the owners moved there. I just think that they finally figured out distribution east of the Mississippi. It's been a hard thing for In-N-Out. They are very, very particular about the vendors they get. They have a very, very high quality for the food that they want to serve people. And again, nothing is frozen. So they have to make sure that the distribution routes are going to work. I think this is a fantastic idea. And it's finally going to show all these people in the South that we have the best burgers in Los Angeles and in Southern California. Man, East Coast burgers are terrible. And I will die on this hill. I will die on my In-N-Out hill. There is no burger, fast food burger, better than In-N-Out burger.
Okay, well, do you think they're going to change their logo, though? Because they got palm trees in it and whatnot?
Oh, no, that's the appeal, man. Come on, you heard. I don't know where this news broadcast was from. It's probably from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Everybody knows In-N-Out. Everybody in the United States knows In-N-Out. It is the first thing any of my friends from the East Coast do when they come out and visit. And it's been like this for 20 plus years. They fly in. I'll either pick them up at the airport or they'll pick up a Lyft. The first thing they do, In-N-Out on Sepulveda. Let's go. It's like the most busy In-N-Out on the entire planet. And it's fine because all they want, they just like, I need my In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
So we go, we get that burger. Sometimes we sit in the parking lot, we watch planes fly over, which is always like a really,
You don't think
really
it's going to taste
time.
different over there?
No, this is, sorry, I keep saying again. No, because In-N-Out has very, very strict, they have really strict requirements of what their vendors are going to do. So I don't think it'll taste any different. It's not going to be like Five Guys. I've had Five Guys burgers in DC, and I've had Five Guys burgers in Los Angeles. The West Coast version tastes different. It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Five Guys burgers in DC or New York, pretty good. Five Guys burgers here, terrible. But I have faith in In-N-Out. I have faith in my burger chain that they're going to do well.
We'll have to take a road trip and taste one, see how it goes.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's going to be better than Fat Burger. It's going to be better than Whataburger. It's going to be better than all those other burgers. It's going to be better than a Sonic burger for sure.
Oh boy,
man! I will, like I said, I will die. I will die on this hill. In-N-Out
burger daggers today. That's what you're doing. You're fighting burgers with burgers. All right, finally tonight, a recently discovered comet will soon make an appearance in the night sky for the first time in 50,000 years.
If you look at the night sky this month, you might see something super rare. NASA says a glowing green comet will make an appearance for the first time in 50,000 years. We'll have streaking tails of dust and cloud and will even appear a little on the fuzzy side. It's a little fuzzy one. The comet will be closest to the sun tomorrow and then closest to the Earth between the 1st and 2nd of February. NASA says people in the northern hemisphere should be able to see the comet in the sky throughout January. So that's us, guys. We live in the northern hemisphere.
Okay, so do conditions have to be absolutely right to see it?
Yeah, you just basically have to have a really clear sky. You probably want to get away from the cities, like the urban areas, because we have a lot of light pollution. Yeah, but once you get out in the country, boy, you can have a little show there.
Nice. And it's nice there's multiple opportunities. It's just not for one brief night.
Ooh, they say. So the green comet coming soon.
All right. It said it was going to be closest to us on February 1st or 2nd, right? So are we going to go out to Joshua Tree the weekend before? Huh? Come on, Barry. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. I want to see a green comet.
Here's what's going to happen, man. We're going to book the trip. We're going to spend all this money. And you know what's going to happen? Storms, rain, nothing. And then
we're going to get trapped in Joshua Tree when it's like flooded. Have you ever been to Joshua Tree when it's flooded?
No, man. But I used to live in Vegas, so I know what it's like.
Oh, it is a trip. It's dangerous. I don't recommend it, but man, it's crazy. It is nuts when Joshua Tree is flooded. Wow.
Yeah, very exciting though. So no, I don't make any appointments when it comes to the night sky or weather, because it's all.
You're not gonna fly me to Hawaii so we can go to the Keck telescope? Come on, man. I thought you were my friend.
Can't we log into that remotely?
Oh yeah, we can.
Okay, well, then let's do it. No, I'm excited to see. Do you think we'll actually see it though? Because every time, we live in Southern California where it's really hard to see stuff. Up here where I live, you can see a little more than what you can see down there where you live. But every time they say like meteor shower coming tonight at 3, I set myself an alarm. I go outside to look. I see like 4 stars. And then,
Well, it's just, I mean, even up where you are in Camarillo, it's the light pollution from Los Angeles itself is just, it's dramatic. You got to get 50 to 75 miles away from the city center for you to not have light pollution.
yeah,
Light
so-
pollution. Light pollution. I feel like I'm saying light pollution a lot. Light pollution.
Well, there's a lot of light pollution, man. You should
It's
say.
light pollution.
Yeah.
Where's the darkest place that you've ever been?
Oh man, it's out there in Death Valley on the way.
Oh, okay. So Death Valley. That's the darkest place I've ever been.
Yeah. Is it pretty dark though? Is that considered one of the darkest places? Because LA's still not that far away.
Oh, no. I mean, it's considered a dark place. It's probably one of the darkest places closest to us, because it's kind of like in between Las Vegas and Los Angeles, and there's nothing on the. You got like the whole mountain range like blocking a bunch of stuff. So it is considered a good place for like stargazing if you're local. Joshua Tree is actually not too bad for it. I mean, you have Palm Springs right there, but the ridge blocks some of the light from that as well. So it's not a terrible place, but I have never been to. Do you know what the darkest place in the United States is?
No, huh? It's probably somewhere in like North Dakota or something.
No, it's not that far away. It's shoot, I can't remember the actual. I'm trying to find it on the map right now. Hold on. The map is just giving me some
Is it
trouble.
close to the place that has the most lightning strikes? Desert Center, California.
It is not. It is not. It's you got to go to. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Okay. There it is. You know where Moab is, right?
Oh yeah, then a lot of people.
Okay, so you got like you got the Arches National Park right up there, and you keep going on the 80, and you keep going over, and like it's basically in the middle of Nevada. Is it Nevada or Nevada? It's Nevada.
Nevada.
You want to get around to like Mount Tobin. There's like it's crazy. It's there isn't a light source within 700 miles of this place.
Oh my
crazy.
goodness gracious.
Yeah, so I want to go to like I hear Moab is an incredible place to do some night watching and comet capturing, but I have never been. And I know that you've done some road trips out in that area because you like the Las Vegas radio scene.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hope that this giant green comet that's coming to town, I'm gonna hope that we don't have to go anywhere to see it. We could just kind of crack our neck upwards.
But it never works out like that. You know that.
Yeah, but didn't we get to see Hale Bop that long time ago? Weren't we able to see that sucker? And weren't people thinking it's aliens and stuff? Like, might be that big.
Everybody always says that there's aliens.
It might be
It's
big
so
enough to
funny.
worship. What do you think?
It might be big enough to worship. Yes. Yes. We might be able to see it. I'm not really sure. But yes, the remote control, blah, blah, blah. Man, what is the city name? I am like really blanking on this city and it's driving me crazy, man. Massacre Rim. That's what it is. You got to go to Massacre Rim. Sounds like a lovely place, doesn't it?
That's like a movie I skipped past on Netflix.
It's like the northwest corner of Nevada, but outside of Reno. It's like Cedarville is California. It's like on the other side of the border from that. Anyway, whatever. Now I'm just talking in circles. I like dark places.
Yes,
That's
nice
all.
there.
It's nice there. I was trying to do some stargazing when we went to Death Valley and we went out to the Devil's Golf Course.
Really?
at like 10 p.m. at night. And oh man, the wind though was like fierce. It was like 75-mile-an-hour gusts. So we only stayed out there for a little bit.
It's always something.
It's always something, right? I just want to see some stars, man. I just want to see some
Can't just
stars.
look up anymore, man. It's not like it used to be. You can't just look up. There's always something.
There's always something. Oh, and now we got that. What is Musk's satellite
Starlink.
issue? Oh, Starlink. Man, I guess that is causing a lot of astronomer issues as well, because now there's just like a big line in the sky blocking everybody's telescope views.
It's the sky train. Beep beep. All right. Well, let's start a religion about the green comet. We've got like 3 weeks to do that. So
Ooh, that'll be easy.
We'll come
Green
back
comet
next
religion.
week.
I like that.
the Friday the 13th green comet religion. Yeah, we'll come back next week with more of that. All right. Have a good weekend. You've been listening to the Barry Funkhauser Show.